Welcome back to Don't Miss This. And we have with us the executive director of the Minnesota Shorts Play Festival, which is here in Mankato. We're very fortunate to have it. This is its third year, I believe.
Yes,
am I correct? And it's the second largest, as I mentioned earlier, short play festival in the state of Minnesota. And actually, it falls in the category of one of the larger ones in the upper Midwest. So we're very fortunate to have the festival here in Mankato. So first of all, when is the festival?
Festival is going to be right after Labor Day. It's Thursday, September 8th and Friday, September 9th at 7:30 p.m. and it's going to be at Mankato West High School Auditorium.
Now, when you say a festival, what does that exactly mean? Is it they're like dancers and music, or what is it when you say a short play festival?
Well, there's everything. We get basically there are plays from all over the nation that are sent in. We had over 120 submissions this year. And it got narrowed down to 40 on a first cut, and then 20 that will actually be performed over those 2 days. So we'll have 10 one day and 10 the other day.
So it's a 2-day event?
It's a 2-day event, and you can get a 2-day pass ticket for $14. So it's extremely affordable.
So now these plays, are they, when we say short play, does that mean?
It means 15 minutes or less. You'll have to tell the story in 15 minutes or less.
So if there's 10 plays per night, that must mean it goes very quickly, right? Then
it does. They're not going to be elaborate sets. They're going to be about a minute or two between each play to get the sets on and off, and it goes very rapid fire. So it's a lot of fun. You'll see a lot of great comedies. You'll see some powerful dramas this year. And for a taste of that, let's go to this one clip from last year. Called Suicide by Punch Bowl.
That was one of my favorites. Outstanding.
Yeah. It's a couple that was in the middle of breaking apart, and then they find out that maybe they're better off together.
Well, let's take a look.
What are you doing?
I'm killing myself.
You can't do that!
Oh, yeah?
You don't have the balls.
Wait a minute!
What?
What was number one? The number one reason that Virgil Stone must not move out.
I love you.
I can tell you that that is a funny play. I tried to stick my wife's head in a punch bowl, but it doesn't work, so.
I can't hold my breath that long.
So what else, tell me a little bit about the plays, the performances we're going to see this year.
Yeah, this year's plays we kind of have broken up into a Thursday is what I call our mild night, Friday's our wild night. And that's not to say it's anything, Thursday's more PG, Friday's a PG-13, so they're a little more adult themed on Friday, but not much. On Thursday, we have a play called Exit Interview by Gigi Jensen. She's out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And basically, this tells the story of two people who are going, one has the person who was employed at this place, and she's going out to meet them at the place of business. In the meantime, the other woman is the employer of the person who is talking about this same person, and how two different views collide. The second play of the night is The Teleport Marketer. It's a play written by Mitch Dedine, and basically it's set in the future, and if there's one thing about the future is you still can't get away from marketing people bugging you during your supper time.
What a bummer, I was hoping.
Third play is by Mary Jost. It's called Gertie and the Gnome, and this is when this one woman's obsession with garden gnomes starts to get carried away because the gnomes start coming to life.
Now, Mary's an accomplished writer, and she's also from the local area. And in fact, I believe, is she a teacher?
Yeah, she teaches at Dakota Meadows.
And she's written she has a history of writing fabulous plays for children, among other things. So you don't want to miss that one.
After that, we have a play called Worms, and that's written by Jacob Kempfert, and he is also the writer for Accusing Parlor and Merely Players.
Now he lives in Maine?
Maine.
Maine, look at that. From all over the country, it's amazing.
And after that, we're looking at my play called Zombies in Love, which is a romantic comedy set in a haunted house. Next is Idealator, and that is written by Alex Hopka of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And it's a little story about where do your ideas come from. And in this instance, there's actually a person who tells him all the secrets about how ideas come about. The next one is Please Don't Feed the Bears. It's by Minneapolis playwright Layla Dalachi, and it's directed by Shelley Whitehead. And this is a story about a park ranger who meets an elderly person at Yellowstone National Park, and who's wanting to feed the bears, and they're trying to see what rules really should stay in place and what rules don't.
Now we should mention that not only do we have playwrights from all over the country, but the theater here for the festival uses a lot of local talent when it comes to actors, and some regional talent, as well as directors. Some regional directors are very accomplished, like Shelley Whitehead. So we're very, very excited to have that level of theater at the festival.
Yeah.
Very good.
And that's one great thing about this festival too, is it pulls in students and directors from Mankato State University. It pulls in directors and actors from Merely Players, from Mosaic Theater Company. We have some from Bethany. We have some from the Lakeshore Players Theater in White Bear Lake, Minnesota. It pulls in everybody from the community, even for the Zombies in Love. That's done all by West Drama Club students.
Wow.
With the director from the West Drama Club. So we're even getting the high schools involved in this. So it's the one time where you can see the best of theater from all the organizations in the area.
And it's being performed at West High School, right? And if you've never seen their theater, it's like being in the Metro. It's extraordinary that we have such a gem like that here in Mankato. So I interrupted you. So.
Yeah, our last three plays are The Basket, and this is written by a 9th grader, Sophia Tomini. And she won the Best of the Fest last year for her play, and this year she has a play called The Basket.
Now, how old is she?
She's a 9th grader, so...
But she's very good.
She's very good, and again, she's 2 for 2 in what she submitted, so I'm expecting this will be...
I should get her autograph now. Yeah, that's got to be worth something.
The next one is The Glass House, and this is written by Jennifer Kirkaby, who is an actress and a playwright who lives in Minneapolis. And this is her own personal story about her and her mother, who has been going through Alzheimer's. And so it's a really powerful drama about her relationship with her mother. And we end the night with a comedy by Mark Harvey Levine, who has had plays all over the nation, all over the world, and his play called Superhero, about a woman who meets a guy who thinks he's a superhero, and really the only way that she can keep him around is if she needs some help doing something.
I have to emphasize again that the festival draws writers from all over the world. So this festival has grown just in 3 short years to be highly acclaimed. I mean, you're really going to see some top-notch product here.
Yeah. And then Friday, we start out with The Silence, which is written by a Florida playwright, Connie Schindewolf. And this play has won numerous awards all over the country. And it's a really powerful drama about postpartum depression. After that, we have a play called Boxing by Brendan Etter. He's from Northfield. And this is a really fun comedy, just about a guy walking through the park, finding a big box in the middle of nowhere.
You know, I got to tell you, I've seen a lot of his plays. I don't think I've seen a bad one yet. He's an amazing writer from Northfield, just right here in the area.
The next one is Fear of Zombies, and this is by an LA writer, Craig Jessen. And don't let the title put you in that mood. It's basically a couple who are trying to find their own relationship, and he realizes that this woman who he's been set up on a blind date was someone he met on Halloween who was dressed as a zombie. The next play is called The Future of Hawaii. This is by Minneapolis playwright Sam Graber.
Aha!
And This is a political drama, and it's very topical. It's a Tea Party kind of drama about what to do about the deficit, and their answer is, maybe we should sell Hawaii.
And again, I can tell you that Sam is an accomplished playwright who has productions being performed all over the United States. In fact, he's coming to Mankato, I think in about a month or two, to debut in a reading one of his current projects. So really an outstanding writer.
Next we have Fighting Mr. Right, and that's by Barbara Lindsay. She's from Shoreline, Washington. And again, this is a romantic comedy that'll be a lot of fun. It's directed by Jan Arford, who's a very well-known director up at Lakeshore Players in White Bear Lake. After that, it's Just in Case It's the Devil, and this is from Lowell Williams. He's from Nashua, New Hampshire. And his cast and crew are rehearsing in that state, and they are actually going to fly out for this performance.
Where is it? Where? In Washington?
From New Hampshire.
Oh, New Hampshire.
They're flying out from New Hampshire to come and do the performance here. And this, again, is a powerful drama about two young people who are faced with an unexpected pregnancy. Next we have Table for Four, and this was written by Kendall Sherwood, who is now a writer in LA for the TV series The Closer, which is a TNT mystery drama. So Travis Carpenter is directing her play, and it's a tale of two couples at a restaurant trying to get along. One is, and also merge this age gap, because one couple is an older couple. And we end the night with Gaby's Playdate, which is written by Jan O'Connor from North Hollywood, California. Again, this play has won Best of the Festival in Brockport, New York, and many places around the country. And it's a fun comedy set with two babies who are stuck in this playpen on a play date. And of course, one of the highlights of this is going to be the play Do They Serve Coffee in Hell, which is based on a true story of a suicide of Tyler Clementi after he was videotaped by his roommate. And so we should probably go see a clip of that one.
He Twittered a message announcing a live video stream of two guys kissing and making out. And those two boys had no idea that they were being videoed live for the entire world to watch. And this scumbag dared people to watch.
But it wasn't like they had to watch.
And I hold accountable everyone who watched and did nothing. I ask you, Thomas, where is the compassion? Where is the humanity? Whatever happened to dignity?
Anna, you're taking this all a little bit too serious.
Too serious? What if it had been your son, Thomas? What if this scumbag had videoed your son? What if it had been your son jumping off of that damn bridge? Well, that poor boy was somebody's son, and you're damn right I'm taking this serious.
It was just a joke.
Wrong. It was hate. It was hate in its purest form. He was such a hit with his friends. He planned to video stream it live again. But you didn't count on what happened next, did you?
Well, obviously I didn't think he was going to
That's
jump.
right. You didn't think. You and your little girlfriend didn't think about the repercussions. And now there's nothing that you can do about it.
Okay, Anna, this isn't a courtroom.
No. It's not. But I don't have to wait on you. I'm sure that they serve the likes of you in hell.
Well, that was a great clip. I've always loved this play. I think the first time we sat down, you passed it around at a 4 playwrights writers meeting, and I loved it. And I think it shows too that the judges for this festival at the Playwrights Center loved it too. Very powerful play and very good performances by these actors.
It's powerful on so many different levels, very topical. I mean, the subject matter, the actual event took place just a little over 1 year ago. So I know that some of the actors had problems not crying during rehearsal. So we look forward to seeing their performance at the festival.